Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is The Industry, episode 3. 3 episodes, and we have a sponsor now. Yes. Thank you very much, James Omakwe, because you sponsored the whole shit. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Tenny. Tenny went to the store, because we can't just be drinking water alone. You're looking like hungry people, and look like I don't have money.
But we can actually do water.
No. You know,
this episode was brought to you by water.
Next week you have beer.
No, I don't drink. Ish.
That works.
Okay, so we've got a guest. Obviously, you can see the guest. His name is Mr. Rogba Arimoro. I mean, did I get it right?
Yes, Arimoro.
I'm very bad with my Rogba. My Rogba sucks. Shit. Anyway,
That's strange.
Rogba, thanks, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. It's great to be here.
That's it. Ethan couldn't be here because, I don't like Ethan. I think we discussed some... I told him I can't pay. I'm just kidding. He had some stuff to do, so yeah, he couldn't make it. But Ethan, you missed. We have Doritos, Pringles, and you're not getting any next week. Okay. So Robert, thank you so much for coming again. As usual, how do you feel today? Is good? We good?
Yeah, I'm good. It's great to be here.
Nice.
To talk about, shoot the
all kinds of things.
yeah,
taking over the world.
shoot the cord, all those things.
What?
Things.
Okay, there's something that we usually do. We talk about stuff that I've seen during the week.
Okay.
And usually it's either Nollywood content or just stuff that we've just experienced, but it's always film related.
Okay.
Have you heard about the Herbert macaulay affair?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so this guy, he's everybody's cousin, Imoran.
Okay.
Yeah, so he did this. He shot this film.
Okay.
It's called the Herbert macaulay affair.
Okay.
Great trailer. I've seen it, but it would be great to get your reaction from it day one because you've not seen it before. So
Okay.
I have it.
Okay.
Yes, and yes, I'm not streaming from Tizeti. Thanks, man, because your internet sucks. Yeah. Please, by the way, I'm looking for good internet, so in case people, that's it. In case people find good internet for me, yeah. So I'm just gonna play it now. Let me just put it on the screen. I'll give you full screen. All right, let's go.
The health and safety of Lagos residents is of utmost importance to the Crown. We have a problem. Herbert Macaulay.
Today, we march to the government house, the seat of the evil that rules us. Today, we take our destinies in our own hands.
He's out there now writing God knows what sort of articles. People are gravitating towards him. He is dangerous.
My wife has been in there since and nobody's attending to her.
Sir, please move.
Herbert macaulay.
Now ask me about like to dance.
Where is Herbert?
Where is Herbert? That is such an interesting question, Governor Clifford.
Applause. What do you think? As he's looking at honest opinion.
Okay, I'm slightly confused.
Okay.
The production value is great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's just something off about it. It's supposed to be set in I don't know, 50s, 40s, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really look like that. The props are a bit, and then that mustache was just upsetting me. Like the mustache was really upsetting me.
Okay.
It didn't look like a real mustache.
Okay.
Like throughout the entire thing. But other than that, it seems.
So if
pretty
you're
good.
going to so if you were, let's put a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think?
For the trailer.
Yeah. Or for everything, because personally,
Yeah.
and again, this is not episode 1. I'm not trying to be politically correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Because somebody just hit
Say
me
it.
on Twitter and said, well, I was trying to be politically correct.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, I should have just said my mind, basically.
Okay.
So personally, I think I love the trailer. I think I like the look and feel. I think
Yes.
he did a great job.
With production values
Yeah,
on
production
point,
values are
yeah.
great. Some of the cinematic shots, great stuff.
Yeah.
I did think that I had a Man of Steel thing going on with the mustache.
Yeah, that mustache was just wrong.
Yeah, because I was like,
Very
but
wrong.
I mean, I guess that I excused that one thing because I was like, yeah, I mean, the thing looks good, yeah, whatever. So
What looks good? The mustache.
No. I mean, the trailer.
But the mustache looked fake.
Yeah, I know. As in, like, no, I'm like, I can excuse that. Like for me,
Okay.
like it wasn't a
Deal breaker.
deal breaker for me.
Okay.
I mean, even though it's like, you know, when you're like, yeah.
That's a really large mustache.
Yeah.
That doesn't look
Do you
like it's a
think
mustache.
was the mustache distracting?
Not for me.
Oh, okay.
Not for me.
What do you think? What do you think?
It looked fake, but it wasn't in my face fake.
Tenny's trying to be nice. so
Okay,
that she can be in somebody's
maybe I just
Yeah.
have a thing about mustaches or something. Mustache was kind of like in my face all throughout.
Jay, what do you think?
Like,
I haven't even seen this.
oh,
okay.
well, he's just watching it. But other than that, like, it looks like it's going to be an interesting story. Then the props, the part where he was driving the old car, it looked like a box. Like a box with drawings and stuff on it. No, seriously, I'm
You're
just
fired.
being real. Like, it didn't look like he was driving a real car. So I don't know if it was actually a real car that they covered with stuff,
Yeah.
or it was a box and then they just did some
Stuff.
visual effects.
Yeah,
Or something. I don't know.
I made it more.
Yeah. But the look, the feel, the shots, texture, it was great. And then the acting was good.
All right,
The
man.
acting was good. Yeah.
So, long
I
and
would
short-
I would actually go watch it.
I would go
I
and
would
see it.
go
And
watch
funny
it.
thing is, when the trailer came in, I was like, okay. I mean, I've been following your Moz work.
Yeah.
You know, from Children of Mud,
Children of Mud, yeah.
you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, you more. Congrats.
Yeah.
basically.
Imon's cinematography is.
He's all right. He's on point.
Yeah.
Shit.
Very.
Okay. So, guys, when the movie comes out, if and when, not if, Jesus, I said
They should check the trailer out.
check the trailer. I'll
Check
put a
the
link
trailer
in the
out.
description.
Watch the trailer, then-
But yeah, when the movie comes out, let's all go support our own
Yep.
stuff. I've always loved when we tell our own stories, because the truth is that, I mean, they don't.
Yes,
teach
people
us.
need to do more of that, and
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't, because we have the stories, and it's strange how Hollywood is running all over the place looking for stories now. I mean, they're recycling everything and their
Yep.
mama, but they're going to other places and getting stories from different places. So if we can start telling our stories in a way that makes it compelling enough for them to see, I mean, we have amazing
Too many.
stories.
I heard the story. Somebody told me a story while I was on set last week. Shout out to Najite Dede. She told me a story of some place. I forget the name, but there was a oil pipeline
Okay.
that burst, but the entire village was burnt. Like it was continuously burning for 7 days. Like 1,000 people
Wow.
died. Someplace in her. Whether she said it was Jesse or something like that, I can't
Okay.
remember. But just her telling me that story,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
yeah.
about it.
There's so
I'm
many
there's
things.
stories to tell.
Recently, I was thinking about Sani Abacha, a movie about. I'd watch it. Like I would literally watch it.
I don't know, man.
I would watch
this,
it.
This is how we'll move away from the podcast.
And
Who is that?
That's the only thing
Don't
is,
come
we
for
might
me,
all.
don't come for me.
we may
Yeah, but
all,
no,
end
but
up
it's
in
the
jail, but,
truth.
That's an amazing dictatorship story right there.
But I heard someone is doing one on Babangida.
That's even more
Yep.
tricky.
Um,
That's a lot more tricky. Actually.
yeah, it's called the movie is called Baramosi. That's actually what it's called. Obi Omiloye. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but yeah. But I mean, of course I am, because I mean it's common knowledge.
But Babangida is
Tell
an
you why
enigma.
do you have this like that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
But we have the stories. We
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
stories. That's
Anyway,
what's
yeah,
important.
moving on. Okay, thank you. My God, say
For the
something that you
elites.
can. So
Remove
James
the
said,
entire
"Oh
industry.
my gosh." Anyway, so let's go straight into the podcast. Let's talk to Rogba. So I'm going to read Rogba's profile. This guy that's sitting there is not a small boy.
Yeah, but half of my profile is big English.
It's big than lie.
Just
Stop deceiving us. Stop deceiving us. Okay, I'm going to read it for you. Rogba Arimoro is a creative strategist and video producer with 10 years of experience in developing branding for and promoting individuals, products, and services to attain maximum profitability and visibility.
So that's the big English bit.
That's it. While in university, he started a successful record label called Night House. I'm going to tell you a
Night
funny
House,
story
Night House,
about
Night House.
what's her name again?
Mocheda.
Mocheda.
Yeah.
Which went on to become a music powerhouse and a pioneer platform for the young Afrobeat music movement. After Night House, he went on to start a media production company that has produced adverts and corporate films for blue chip clients and SMEs across West Africa. He has also worked in the advertising industry in different capacities and is on a filmmaking sabbatical from his job as a deputy creative director at SONU, an affiliate of the Sachi Group. I mean, sounds like a Japanese name. Sachi. An avid film and TV buff, he directed his first short film, Tokunbo, which we're going to talk about, early this year, and released it to much acclaim and on and offline, even securing a cinema role with Filmhouse Cinemas. Results-oriented, a self-starter and a team player with a proven track record of working on projects from conception through to successful completion. Rogba is passionate about creating effective communication through media and entertainment to consistently increase consumer engagement. Oh my gosh, that's CV. That's take the millions, take it. Okay, so my first question, but before I go to that question, I'll tell you a funny story. So I was at the University of Lagos. I used to battle rap. So there's this guy who. I forget his name now. He used to work at Beat FM. Shit. Anyway, so he came to meet me and it's like, oh, there's this girl, she battle raps, let her be under my wing, that kind of thing. I was like, I beg, whatever. I said, spit something. So she said, we did a verse. I was like, I beg, whatever. Moving on. So one day she came to meet me, and I think she was working on like a demo or something. So she was like, oh, J Lyricist, because they used to call me J Lyricist. So like J Lyricist, and they just, I'm thinking of, being on the track. I was like, yeah, whatever, man, yeah, think about it. So one day we were rehearsing, I think I was in like year 3 or something. And I saw her, there's this place called Parapets or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we used to rehearse up there.
Okay.
So I saw her downstairs, then I saw some camera guys following her. I was like, I know that girl. Like, what is going on? People are going on. So I was like, what's happening? I spoke to somebody. Like, I know that, they are doing a day in the life of Mo Cheddar. I was like, who's Mo Cheddar? I was like, yeah, it's Mo Cheddar. I don't know who Mo Cheddar. I know. Next thing on TV, Berry. I was like, ah! They didn't even sign me. They signed her. What the hell? Anyway, but anyway, that was when we knew about the whole. That's when I knew, she was doing the whole music thing, and I knew about Night House. So, question number 1 is, tell us about the entire, like the Night House. I don't know what to call it, stints, because are you still with Night House?
Yeah. There's still Night House.
So tell us about it from the hustle, and this is really like from the entrepreneur's, perspective.
Entrepreneurs. Okay, so basically, Night House started with 3 guys who wanted to make music. So we, there's that whole J Lyricist era. we had this group called the Knights of the Round Table, and then we'd leave our parents' houses and go to school. And instead of attending classes like normal human beings, we'd sit in what was that place called? I forgot what it was called. And then
Gossip Garden. In Unilag.
In Unilag. And then we'd rap.
It's this Gossip. This is called Love Garden. Under Senate.
Yes. Yeah. And then we'd rap. We'd just rap, and then that's where we met like Texella and all these other guys. T-Rex.
Yeah, T-Rex.
Yeah. So we just rap and sing and rap, and try to get signed. Did a couple of tracks. Shout out to EXO for all the tracks.
Thanks.
That we did. So we did a couple of tracks, and I was having a conversation with a friend of mine who. He's in the UK. He used to do backup singing for Amy Winehouse, and I sent him some demos, and I was like, yeah, check this out, I'm mad. And I was like, there are 2 types of people in this industry, right? So there's people that have talent, and then there's the people that manage the talent.
So basically, it was like, you guys have talent.
Well, it wasn't like we didn't have talent, we were just not the best expression of the talent.
That's it.
You understand? So. So he spoke to me, and I thought about it, and I was like, look, the guys who make the money at the end of the day are the guys who manage the talent. Yes, the talent gets rich to get famous, but who makes the money? Who makes bank? And I was like, oh, okay, that sounds interesting, so let's create a record label. So we created a record label. I mean, nobody was going to sign us anyway. And we signed 16 artists.
Wow.
Or 18, I can't remember. There were just a truckload of artists. So we had all these artists, and we were taking all of them for studio sessions, and just spending God knows how much money trying to produce an album. It was called the Night House Family something, I can't remember. So we did this whole album, and wasted lots of money. Couldn't get anybody to mix it. It was just a total nightmare. And
total nightmare.
Yes, total nightmare. Like, we're just spending money, and managing one artist it's all task. Imagine managing 16 people. It was just totally crazy. So one day someone's having a nervous breakdown. The other guy, it was just terrible. Then we kind of called it quits. This is rubbish. Yeah. Because all the artists just sort of drifted off. Everybody was just drifting away, and so there was this. We can't continue like this. This doesn't make any sense. And we're kind of like mortgaged our
houses, cars, lives, everything.
On this, and it wasn't going very well. So we just said, shut it down, move on to other things. Everybody get a job or whatever, and just be on the streets and narrow. And then we had this friend Lola. And so Lola says, I have my sister. She wants to be a musician. She can sing. She can, she can dance. She's really talented. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So somehow one day we're in her house and the girl comes and she performs this song, and it wasn't she didn't have the best voice I'd ever heard, but she had attitude, and that was like really interesting for me. I was like, oh, okay, she's got attitude. Like I like, and she was very animated. She was very interesting to watch. So I was like, oh, okay, this is a girl. So we'll take her under our wing, and we'll just mentor her and hope that at some point in time, something can come of it. But we really didn't take it that seriously. But there was this song we were doing, because we were doing this album called The Street Scriptures, and the idea was we'd get established acts and upcoming acts and put them together on this album, so that everybody could shine, blah blah blah. So there was this song we were doing called Finest, yes, One Bay, and it was the second track of the album. We already had one song with M.I. Nure and can't remember the third person now. It wasn't Tito. I can't remember. But we had that song, and we done a video for it. Kind of really horrible video. No shout outs to the guys who shot that video.
Who shot the video? Who shot the video? This is naming and shaming season. This is 2019. God damn it.
So anyway, Tito was supposed to be on the track. He got Soskid in. Soskid liked the beat. They were both on the track. They were rapping, and I was like, we need to soften this up. So we got a hook, and we needed somebody who could sing the hook. And then she was there. I'm like, oh, okay. Get in the voice booth, sing the hook. She did the hook. It sounded crazy. Put her in the video. Client shot it, and the attitude, that same attitude that I saw the first day was there again. And from there, it was just, who's that girl? 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 Yeah.
No cheddar.
Yeah. And from there, we had a very interesting time. We were able to work together to create like this persona, because that's really what it was about.
Yeah.
I just understood that the entertainment industry it's showbiz. So it's about showing before the business.
Exactly.
So, so we created a lot of the show, create a persona, create artificial scarcity, we did all that. And, it worked out. It worked out until it didn't.
So what happened?
Well, basically, there's a point in time where everybody starts having their own ideas of how things should be done, and so that happened. Everybody just had their own idea. Oh, I think we should do it this way. And I'm looking for a very nice way to put it, but I always want to do things my way unless it doesn't work. Yeah. I must try it. Yeah. Like if I want to do it this way, I
always say that, like, let me make my own mistake.
Until I make the mistake. And if I'm not making mistakes, you can't tell me, unless you have superior logic, you have a superior argument for why you want to do it your way, then it's fine. But if you can't convince me, then screw you, I'm going to do it my way.
I think this is a lot of those record labels in the beginning, it's smooth sailing, and then at some point, there's always an issue. But you see, the thing is, people don't even discuss these issues because a lot of record labels have, like crushed, and this is not even just record labels, even companies, even film companies. Yep. They've just, everything is going well today, next thing, there's an issue. But anyway.
But usually you find out that it doesn't happen overnight. What usually happens is this product, in quotes, is a person. And that person will grow. And that person will have opinions. And in a large percentage of the case, yes, they are really ungrateful MFs in most of the cases. But No, to be it's just what it is, you know. In most of the cases, but in some cases, it's just really a natural progression of things. This person is growing, and this person wants to express themselves in ways that might be contrary to what you're trying to do, you know. And you know, you guys can't seem to find middle ground.
I can see the headlines now.
Yeah,
someone's gonna watch this video.
And the only thing is going to take is ungrateful.
It's this one. Is this particular thing? Okay, so moving on.
That's really not what it's about.
Yeah, moving on. So tell me about the transition from music to movies.
Okay, so while we were doing the whole record label thing, you know, sometimes we get
Tenny, why? What the hell? Give us.
They're not giving us.
You're not giving us
the craft. Yeah,
give my
yeah.
Sponsored by Doritos. No, I'm just kidding. Jesus.
So we would get jobs.
Yeah.
Like people would just come and say, oh, like I want to do a radio jingle, or I want to do an advert, you know, how can I do it? And you know, we do them. And to be quite honest, it was quite profitable. It was a lot more profitable than music, because music you'd have to sink in God knows how much money, and there was no guarantee that they're going to get that money back and when and all that. But you know, this one, you do the job, they pay you, you go home, you're fine, you know. So it was there on the side. And after the whole Mocheda thing, we actually, you know, signed 2 other acts, and you know, we tried to work with them, we tried to push them. There was Phenom, who was a really talented rapper, you know, and you know, we pushed him. We did good stuff with him, but his click, his flip came a bit too early. You know, he wasn't seeing the returns that he wanted immediately, which, you know, it doesn't happen in entertainment. You don't get it immediately. But he wasn't seeing that, you know, so he wanted to start exploring singing and stuff, and that just did not work. That just did not work. At that point in time, it really didn't work. You know, the rap was the rap, and it was good. That was what he was really great at. And then we signed this other act, you know, and after a while, honestly, it just wasn't worth it anymore. It really just wasn't worth it. I mean, we were making money from doing this other stuff, and we were stressing out trying to get this done, you know, so it just wasn't worth it. So I was like, you know what, pack it up and let's make money. You know, we've got older, we're getting married, we're, you know, like
have kids, school fees to pay and all
like
that.
What's this? I'm not babying
So
anybody.
was this, I mean, because you said, oh, let's make money, so was like filmmaking for you now, is it about money?
No, it
isn't.
isn't.
It's about expression.
It's about expression. The thing is, then there wasn't even any filmmaking. It was just, you know, do a side gig and make some money. And then, obviously, as a business, you need to be realistic. I'm recording constant losses from this division, but I'm recording constant profit from this division, and this is making money with little or no stress. This is not making any money, and there's a lot of stress. So, you know, logically,
let me tell you why this conversation is important. Because sometimes, the reason why I started with Night House and then I'm coming into filmmaking is that there are a lot of people who are filmmakers, but they don't understand the business from an entrepreneurship angle. So a lot of people are just making films. So your story can also be likened to a lot of guys who take cameras and they're filming stuff and know that I have a company. And the vision or the group of people that you're with, the things don't work out, and then you have to shut down. As far as you're concerned, I just want to make movies, I'm doing it for the passion, but you're not understanding that, look, if I'm not making money this way, then I have to re-strategize and start doing it another way. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. That's why I was asking you from that entrepreneurship point of view, which obviously it's, look, this wasn't making money. Now we started out making content for other people, you know, but eventually, while you were making content for other people, which enters into my next question, you now did Tokunbo. So tell us about that.
Okay, so while we were doing interesting stuff for other people, I, you know, just, you know, personally, I've always been interested in directing. So when we would shoot music videos, for example, you know, I'm always all up in the director's face, all up on the director, you know, this is the concept, this is what I see, I just see this, and I want to express it. And for example, at the beginning, Clarence is awesome at that. You know, you tell him what you want, and you know he was able to work together with us to bring stuff to life. Now a lot of other people maybe not so much. You know, so I wanted to express myself. I wanted to, you know, I'd have these pictures, and I just want to put them out there. At first, it was just music video, and then it was like corporate film, short interviews, things like that. It was just simple stuff. And then I, started a company that was going to focus entirely on making money from that. I mean, Night House was making money already, doing a lot of audio production work, like a lot of audio.
They still do.
Yes, a lot of audio production work. But there wasn't so much space per se for me to just explore my vision. So I started a company, pimping myself out as
Prostitution.
writer, concept person, consultant, something. So I would, do some consulting for like small agencies, stuff like that. Agencies shoot TVCs, so you shoot corporate films. And as I felt my way along, I realized that, okay, I'm not half bad. You get, so sometime early this year, I can't remember. I was like, okay, I want to shoot a film. I'd been nurturing this for a really long while. I want to shoot a film. I didn't have gear because, client pays, you get gear, you do all that stuff, and then, you make your profit and you move on. I didn't have gear. I didn't have anything, but I had a phone. So there was this.
Please. It's very important that the phone the model of this phone must be made known. Please tell them.
Yes, so it was a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus.
Thank you.
Yes. So
iPhone user.
I was shooting on 3rd Milan Bridge at night for a corporate film for a company, and the camera packed up. And so they needed to go get another camera. But the problem was, because it was like a construction thing, they were not going to hold up the construction so we could go get a new camera. So I started filming with my phone. And the picture wasn't half bad. It wasn't as great as but it wasn't half bad. So I was like, oh, okay, I have a phone. So when I had this spark, why I want to shoot a movie about, people in a couple, I didn't really know where I wanted to shoot. I just knew I wanted to shoot a movie about a couple and their experiences and how people would see it. And then I bought a Tokunbo car for my wife. Okay. And while, you're cleaning it and, you just find a coin somewhere, or you'd find something, just find little things, maybe a little toy under the seat. And you're like, I wonder who owned this car. I wonder what their life was like. And bam, it just hit me. I was like, oh, I'm going to shoot a movie about a couple in a car, and it's a car watching them live their lives, and so it all just came rushing in. So I wrote a script. I just sat down, wrote a script one night, and then the next morning I'm like, oh, Bio, I have a script. That's my producer, by the way, my wife, my producer, my everything.
Shout out to Bio.
So I just said, oh, I have a script, I have this idea and all that. And she was like, oh, okay, let's shoot it. And I was like, yeah, but I kind of don't have money for gear and stuff, so I want to shoot with my phone. And she's like, you want to shoot with your phone? I'm like, yeah, I want to shoot with my phone. She's like, okay. And that's a great thing, when you have someone that's just going to say, oh, okay, let's do it. So, I called Kiki.
Tenny support me, but Tenny's not my wife, by the way. Just
yeah. But Tenny's supporting.
Yeah, she supported me with my own. Yeah, thank you.
So I called Kiki, great friend, great actress. Called Ibrahim, great friend, hadn't seen him act. But, I was just like, guys, I have this idea. I think it's amazing, blah, blah. And to their credit, they just bought into it. Like, oh, sounds cool. Let's do it. So we all loaded ourselves up in the car that I just bought, and then we went off to shoot. So it was a very interesting shoot. Okay. So because we didn't have permits or permissions to shoot anywhere, we just drive around, find a place that I thought looked great in the background, and then we just park there and start shooting. And if anybody just, when you just notice that people are just beginning to look at you suspiciously, so we just drive off. Just inside the car and drive away, So, we shot it. One of the guys who edits for me on my corporate films, I got him. I was like, oh, guy, I want to edit this. Sit down. By the way, editors, why? Why do you have to be chased? Why do you have to be locked? Somebody needs to explain that to me. I don't understand it. I literally had to lock him in a place to get it done. Why? Somebody should explain that to me. Editors, why? Explain. I don't understand the concept. Why are you doing multiple? Why do you bite off more than you can chew? A simple, I cannot do it right now would suffice. But it's I'll do it. Oh no, I'll get it to you tomorrow. And then tomorrow you're going to call for 5 days, and the person will not pick up the damn phone.
That's wrong.
But I feel like everything is very mind consuming. We had an editor here last week. Chuka, shout out to Chuka.
Yeah.
And like the process that it takes, I do agree that yes, sometimes, you know, if you're gonna do something, then put your mind into it. I mean, I've edited 3 films in my entire
do
life.
it.
Jesus, like it's crazy.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. We just do it.
Rogba, don't worry, we'll teach you how to edit.
Anyway, yes, I need to learn how to edit, by the way.
Yeah.
But the thing is, so anyway, I eventually got him, sat with him, you know, and we just went through the whole process and, you know, edited it. And it came out and I was like, oh my God, after insulting everybody, look at the rubbish that you shot. This, I can't believe you did this. Why would you do this, you know? And, you know, I showed a couple of people and they were like, no, but it's really great. I love the story. I'm like, yeah, but it looked dodgy. Oh my God, people are going to slay me, you know? And so we went back into editing and then we started editing it again. Then I began to realize that maybe I was setting the bar a bit too high for something that, you know, just was an off the cuff type of project. And then I was scrolling on Instagram one day, saw this adverts for the shorties, I don't know, I'm Nigerian. The shorties. Anyway, so it was like a film competition for upcoming filmmakers and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, yes. I'll go showcase it to this really small group of people and, you know, hope that they like it. And if they like it, then I'll put it out. If they don't like it, then, you know, hey, no harm, no foul. And then I find out that it's actually a really big thing with like celebrities and industry people when I get there. Boom. Who knew? Showed the film and the feedback was
amazing. Yeah.
Feedback was totally amazing. Like I was blown away. I was totally blown away. You know, days after, you know, I was getting people calling me and telling me, oh, that was amazing. Your film was really great. That's really good. You know, people I respect, people I think, you know, these guys know what they're doing are telling me, no, that is, I mean, like the storytelling, the picture, the this. So I released it on YouTube. And then that's even crazier because in like, I think like 2 days, it had like 50,000 views. Wow. And people are just, like the comments are just pouring in. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. Now, for me, it's usually not people saying you did something great. It's about them being able to identify with certain things. And it's about them being able to see what I set out to show them. So, you know, people are saying, wow, like I have a used car and I've never thought about who owned it before. That's such a big deal. Like, you know, and people are saying, oh, the chemistry between the man and the wife. And people are saying, wow, this story is like a circle of life and how life just keeps moving on despite, you know, the things I was thinking when I was writing was what people were saying. And I think I just got addicted from there. I was just like, that's it.
It was
that's it.
Like, because I kept seeing it on Instagram. It was everywhere. I was like, okay. Like everybody's like, oh my gosh. I was like, now wow. And you know, and I think you were onto something and it was great. And I dare say it took, like, people paid attention to it and then it got shown in the cinema.
Yeah, it actually
so
got...
Tell us about that.
So, I went to see Moses. Baba Tokwe, shout out to Moses. You know, about something... I went to see him about something, you know, and then, you know, after the shorties, it was like, oh, people really responded to your film. And they responded to some other films. So we're thinking of doing this thing. We've been thinking about it for a while. We'll put short films in the cinema, you know, while people are waiting, they can watch stuff and everything. And we want your film to be one of those movies. And I'm like, really? Like my film that I shot on the phone. And it's like, yeah. Like the feedback is really great. You know, you guys just bring it through, you know, make DCP, put it up. And it went to cinema, you know, and people actually went to see it in the cinema. Wow. And the feedback was amazing, crazy. And I was like, whoa, I actually have like a short film in the cinema. Now, it was like...
That was like the first, because I don't think... Have we ever had short films in Nigerian cinema?
No.
We've never. It was like the first time.
So it was that and 2 other movies from the shorties, you know, and like the feedback was crazy. Like I have met people just because of Tokunbo. And then, you know, people were like, oh, put it in for awards. I put it in for a few awards. And then I was winning awards and, you know.
Oh,
I won a couple of awards. Especially the one that really blew my mind was, there's this thing called the Smart Film Festival.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah, and it's in the US. I thought it was this really small thing because it was a Nigerian guy and his foreign partner, you know, so in my head, I'm just like, Nigerian people. So, you know, the guy says, oh, we really like this film, you know, would you mind entering it in this, there's this competition. So I entered it in for the competition. And it won the grand jury prize. Wow. And then it won the smart film prize. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, because I'm Nigerian, you know, like, and then maybe because it's a small this thing that doesn't really have. They probably don't have anybody else. And then I went to their website and I watched the competition. I saw who the judges were, and I was humbled.
Wow.
I was totally humbled. I was like, whoa, okay. So these guys saw value in what I did. And the competition was good. You know, so I was really humbled. I think that's the first time I finally began to accept that, okay, this was actually a really, really good movie. Yeah. And I'm a filmmaker.
Finally, as you have that stamp.
Yeah, I'm a filmmaker. Like, I'm finally a filmmaker.
I think why this is a good thing is because, like, again, the reason why I chose the questions that I chose to ask you is because there are a lot of people that are struggling right now with. I was talking to somebody a couple of days ago, and she told me she was an investment banker, and that acting is her passion, and I said, great stuff. So what plans do you have?
Yeah, what you know,
and I mean, she apparently, so on the show that we're shooting, she came and did, and she was an extra. She said, that this is the start of her whatever. And then I go on Instagram and I see that she's done something, and I'm like, why are you an extra? It's not that bad, you know. But the thing is, a lot of people don't want to take that step. Now, you did music, things weren't working out as you thought it would, but you were looking at it from a business angle, and you decided to go do corporates. Making movies for other people, and then from there you now decided, let me express myself. I've always wanted to do. When we're shooting music videos, this is what I'm doing. So let me focus on this. Boom, boom, boom. You're doing Grand Jury Prize. You're winning Grand Jury Prize here, and then you're doing Tokunbo, and you already shot something else, which I watched this morning, and it's really cool. By the way, when it comes out, we'll do what we can to shout it out and stuff. But it shows that. Again, the problem that a lot of people have is that they just don't want to do. So they sit in their houses and they're like, I want to do this. I want to be a filmmaker. You said he shot Tokunbo with a cell phone.
Samsung, please. Samsung.
Yes, no iPhone. iPhone
Android.
So, and that's like the We Die Here production type thing.
It was so We Die Here I was in the movie.
See?
Because I couldn't, there was no other extras. So
yeah.
I said, hey.
So, and I think that's admirable. And I think people need to listen to these kind of stories because, like I said, it's the general conversation.
I think people need to stop being afraid, especially of what people will think. Yeah. That's the truth. It's because usually the greatest fear is I'm going to mess it up so bad. People are going to look at me and say, you failed. I
think it comes from, and we bash so many Nigerian movies that when we eventually do a Nigerian movie and it sucks, we're like,
yeah, but the truth of the matter is it's a risk that you have to be willing to take. We started Night House in a bedroom, right? With one computer. That's the record label. Yeah. One computer. 16 artists, one computer, one headphone mic. Wow. Like whatever. And that's how we started recording, before we could, start affording studio sessions and stuff. So I've always understood the concept of just start. Yeah. Because even when I wanted to go into advertising, it was just write an ad. If I see something and I think I can make it better, then I'll do it. Because I'm not going to convince people by telling them, I can do this better. Everybody can say they can do it, but just do the damn thing. Yeah. And do it with what you have. Yeah. Yeah. There's God, cameras, phones, they're everywhere. It's crazy. It's crazy. Did you see High Flying Bird?
No, I haven't.
You should see it.
Said I'll find it after the show. And
you need to see it. It's really cool. That's Steven Soderbergh, and he shot a movie on an iPhone. He had already done a movie on an iPhone. I didn't think it was that great. Okay. I watched High Flying Bird, and I honestly, if I didn't know, if he didn't say it was shot on an iPhone, I wouldn't have known.
I think that my producer has a question. You have a question?
Yeah. Did you have to rent lights to shoot the movie?
Yes, one light for the night scene. Yeah, just one light. No, we used natural light and the car light.
Have you seen Tokunbo?
No.
Watch it.
You've not seen Tokunbo. But seriously, I think people just need to do. This second, I'm shooting. I shot a second film. I'm shooting the third one, and the next thing I want to do is I want to go into a feature. Why? Because I was just trying to get my hands wet with the shorts. People say, why are you shooting short films? I'm like, because I can. Yeah. So let me make my mistakes here. Yeah. Like this last one, I made a massive.
Yeah, we're gonna talk
mistake.
about that. Yeah. That brings me to my last question.
Yeah.
Last question. Yeah. So we watched his short before we came on. Very good stuff. I loved where you took it. I love the quality. I love everything. But you had some challenges.
Yes.
And again, based on what we discussed, and then we'll talk about it. These challenges were based on the fact that this is like my second film. There's not so much technical stuff. So I'm having to tell people do this, but they're not doing it, and it's frustrating me.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So I'm used to just making do with what I have.
Yeah.
But I've come to realize that a lot of people want the right stuff to get stuff done.
Yeah.
And maybe because of the music thing, music, you can sit in your bedroom and just make a beat and just do it and put it out. And, and with the Tokunbo thing, just did it. So I'm telling people like, okay, so this is the story I have in my head. These are the emotions, because I realize that filmmaking is not, it's pointless if you can't make people feel something.
True.
They need to feel what you feel. They need to see what you see. So it's not really about the beauty of the shot and all that. Those are fantastic things. They help. But you've seen movies that have amazing production value and they're just total crap. Hollywood has loads of them. Do you get? But so I'm on this set and I'm telling these people, this person, that I want to do this, and they're saying, "Oh, you need XYZ to achieve that." I'm like, "Yeah, but we can't get XYZ because this is a short film. I'm not going to sink ridiculous amount of money into a short film. It doesn't even make any financial sense, because you always need to think like a business person. It doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to build something, so let me do it with what I have, and let's and then we get on set, and then there's all this. No, we can't achieve that.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that.
Like, I hate that.
No,
shit.
this is
I
impossible.
always tell people like,
oh no, we don't have the right
like,
equipment.
don't tell
that.
me it's impossible. Like,
Just try.
just do it. Like, don't say I can't do it. You can't just sit down and say no, it can't work.
No.
Like, do it and let them fail.
Then, exactly. That's my point. If you say it's impossible, let's see how impossible it is.
Yeah.
So when you do it, if it sucks, then we both know, hey, we tried it didn't work.
Yeah.
But there's this whole no, we can't do that because we don't have a. And I'm like, come on, dude. So there was this. It was quite an experience. But I learned.
He's trying. He's trying not to say exactly what it is.
Well, it was
That's
a
what
nightmare.
crazy.
It was
Yeah,
really a
and I was
nightmare.
saying to him, I said this is one of the issues that I had when I was shooting my first film, because I wanted so many things, and I was like, oh, let's do this. And at the end of the day, when I'm watching the footage, I'm like, fuck. Anyway, last, I had said, this camera, I will learn it. So how do you press it? Editing.
Yes.
So it's easier for me. So when I'm even on set and we're filming, and he can attest to it. Sometimes when I'm filming, I'm like, no, take this shot like this.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, no. I'm like, don't worry, I've cut it in my head. I know what I want. I know where the thing is going to start from.
Yeah.
I know what to see later on. Just do it like that, But it's really, personally, I think I've even learned a couple of things. The biggest thing of all is just do. Look at the situation where you are, adjust, reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Try as much as possible to see the situation in which it is. Always, if you're a filmmaker, always either you have a business. I mean, you're coming from a business side of it. If you're a filmmaker, it's either you're a creative or you have somebody who's business minded to be with you, so that
like
you understand.
like I have a producer. And
Exactly.
she lives with me.
Exactly. Exactly.
I kind of like have to do.
So how do we do this?
So I'm saying, I want to do. I think we should just shoot it falling from the sky and it's bursting into flames. And then she looks at me and she's like, "Who's gonna pay for it?"
Exactly.
I'm like, "Yeah, we'll just put the money in." And she's like, "Why? How are you going to make the money back?" That kind of thing. So I mean, I have to just shut up and make do with what I have. But one thing that I've learned across board, and this is very, very, very important, is the importance of investing in yourself.
Yeah.
Because one of the after the Night House years, before the things started really picking up with the production, even with Night House, there was a period where things were really bad, and that was because people walked away. Like we had talent who walked away, we had vendors who walked. We just had like a lot of people who walked away, and at that point in time, I realized that the problem was because we were not the product.
Yeah.
And that was the problem.
Yeah.
So as long as you are not the product, you are not the one who can get stuff done, you're always going to be at the mercy of other people. So if you have an artist that you're promoting and promoting, the artist will wake up one day and say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, I'll bounce. And they bounce, and then you're finished. You know, and that's why I like Don Jazzy. Because Don Jazzy was, you know, the behind the scenes, making stuff happen guy. And, you know, when shit hit the fan, Don Jazzy kind of like got a camera, started singing.
Yeah.
And, you know, so it's just about you be the product. I mean, nowadays you have experts on everything.
Yeah.
Every single thing possible. So imagine yourself as an expert in something. Just put yourself out there. You know, there's, you know, that blow your trumpet thing. Very important. In this day and age.
I always tell people now.
Very important.
In fact, nowadays I'm going to put it on my Instagram bio. I'm like, I've done 3,500.
Yeah, because it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And then, you know, you taught yourself to film. You taught yourself to edit. I'm teaching myself to light.
Yeah.
You know, so when people light and I don't like it, because before you'd like lights and I don't like it, I'd say no, just adjust it, and then, you know, you take ages trying to explain.
Just go and put the light yourself.
Just go and put the damn lights. You know, just do it yourself. So you need to learn.
Our light guy is looking at us. Guys like, really, nigga.
Don't worry, we're not bouncing anybody. But you know, like, there's so much more you can do. You may not be the best editor, you may not be the best, but just know how.
Just
to
know
do it.
how to.
Just
help
know how
you,
to.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the patience for editing per se. Like, I understand what I want, and when I see what I don't want, I'll explain it to you, and I'll say, no, cut it here, join this, make it fading from there. I can do that. But the actual sit down, click the mouse, probably is going to frustrate me. Yeah. But I have to learn it. I have to understand it.
The funny thing is, I don't think it will. I think I love editing my own stuff. It's just it's faster, so I don't have to go. Okay, let me watch it, or give me a cut. No, do it like this. So now go back to you. You now finish. You now bring it back to me.
Yeah, and then sitting with people and trying to be the head while they're trying to be the hand is very difficult because they have their idea of what they want to do. So, you know, there's that.
All right, thank you so much, Rogba, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me on the show.
This is like a learning. This is like one of those TED Talk kind of, you know, and I think it's great. And I feel like if you guys have any questions, especially for those people who are coming up, those people who want to be producers, or you just want to be an actor or whatever, you want to be something.
I'm acting. I've been in.
You were in your short film.
Yeah, I've actually been in a feature.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Run.
Oh,
Check out Run,
yeah,
coming out on the 23rd. Yeah, I was in
I've been seeing the
I was actually in Run
with Kiki.
Yeah, I was in Run. And
people she ran for 20.
She ran for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Really long time.
Now she's on holiday.
Nights. I think she needs it.
That's it.
She's running for nights.
I've run my career. I'm tired. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, obviously the email is there. The industry hosted by jamesmacaulay@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram, the industry _JO. I'll put his Instagram in the bio. Tenny, please remind me. Don't let me forget. And then obviously,
don't let him forget.
Tokunbo, I'll put the link in the description, also in the bio, and also the Herbert Macaulay thing that we talked about. Yeah. Guys, remember, just do like he's done, and you know, always look at the environment in which you're doing. You know, make sure that you're not putting yourself in a position where you're going to be at a loss all the time. Rogba, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much, man.
See you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe, put on the notification bell. We will be giving you another episode next week. We have 2 interesting guests. I'm not going to mention their names just in case they hopefully they don't. Yeah, also I interview myself. Thank you very much. Good night. Peace. Aye, I'm eating it now. What's wrong with you?
It never goes to waste.
Thank you. Good night.